All right, Lidia trailer. We all know this was gonna happen. By all of us, I mean me. So let's give it a watch. And the quality's going to be pretty low because this is from the Combo Breaker stream because they haven't uploaded it yet.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Oh God, are they screaming in the back? I don't want to hear them screaming in the background. I just want to watch the trailer. Oh my God. Can we, hold on. Can we just wait till the video's uploaded? I don't want to hear these morons screaming in the background during this trailer. Fine, we'll listen to it with the screaming. And the 480p.
Tekken 8!
What is this music?
New challenger!
Bądźmy dumni z tej walki.
Lidia Sobieska!
I mean, she looks great. What is the frame rate for this trailer? I can barely see what's going on. I'm so sorry. Okay, the music got better. She still has her stances. I can't see what's going on. This trailer is running at 2 FPS. I should have waited.
Ty też. Zaczynajmy.
That's great. Nice punish, idiot. Nice duck. She still got the parries. Yeah, she's still got pretty much everything from before. The three being a heat engager makes sense. Teat smash.
Tylko tchórze tak robią.
That was a kick, though. I don't even think that's what she said, either. Oh, she does this the stance transitions out of heat now. I'm really... Oh, wow, she has parries out of them, too. That's so much better. Because now you can't just react to the transition anymore. Still has the back 3-4. They're reusing lines that she had in Tekken 7. That's pretty funny.
Imię wszystkich Polaków.
That's... Okay.
Muszę wygrać w imię wszystkich Polaków.
Okay, alright. I'm biased as hell. That might be the best rage on in the game. that might be the best rage on in the entire game. Oh, there's a thing at the end. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. What's at the end here?
Mam chwilę przed kolejnym spotkaniem. Ciekawe, czy tamta restauracja jest jeszcze otwarta.
Okay, so we have tea, we have coffee, and we have food. All right, that's... Okay. Well, yeah, that was, you know, the frame rate was god-awful. There's no other way to say it. That was kind of a terrible watching experience. I'm so sorry, but there's still no trailer that to be found that's been... Oh, there it is. It's uploaded 1 minute ago. She looks very refined from how she was in Tekken 7. The stance transitions from Heat is interesting. I don't really know what to make of that. She has a lot of new utility out of the stances. Let's just rewind and take another look at this whole thing because, well, frankly, it was kind of hard to make stuff out just because of the god-awful frame rate, but also so much has changed. I think it's important to look through the stuff again.
Get ready for the
Yeah,
next
so
battle.
I'm gonna say this. The beginning of this song sucks. but when it gets into it, it's good.
Bądźmy dumni z tej walki.
Dude, her outfit looks so fucking cool. Okay. So that is a new move. It's a homing move, which is good because her only homing move before was back 4, which I still contend was a decent homing move by itself. But having this big jumping homing move that actually does something on hit is really strong. I'm assuming that it doesn't give you this guaranteed, but it might. It's hard to say. Oh, sorry, the 1-1-2. I said this. This is 1-2-2. This is the old thing, puts her in whatever I don't remember what the stance name is. All I remember is like cat foot, and yeah, that's it. That's the only one I remember. So yeah, that's the old one from before. So forward 2, this is a new stance. Well, the thing is, okay, so there are 2 things going on here. So the first thing is that she does this and she goes into stance on block, which is new. Forward 2 didn't put you in stance on block before, and it was -9. So it makes me wonder how that's going to work. I'm also wondering, why is she doing forward 2 as a punish? Because that move is like -10 or 12, right? Yeah, so this, again, new stance. And then she does this, I think this is the same homing move that we saw at the beginning. So it might not actually be a stance. It might just be a pose after she does the move. Yeah, it's the same move. So this might not actually be a stance. Oh, cool. So this stance, okay, this is a huge change. So this stance, when she was in any of her stances, you would press back, you would jump back, and then you had that unblockable. And if you got a whiff punish, or if you made the opponent whiff here, you would be able to do the unblockable, and it would do a ton of damage. But in situations like this, it's a high, right? So you weren't able to actually really get a punish off of it. And also it was unblockable, so if you committed to it and they ducked, then, well, you just die. But now, this is either a new move she has out of the stance, which I think it is, or the stance just ends. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is out of the stance. It's because it's also a new move, so I'm assuming that it's an entirely new stance, which is great. It redefines a lot of the options that you have in her stances, because when you go into the stance, one of the problems is that you had to commit to the stance. And that's one of the reasons why the second 3+4 stance, where she had the blue spot that was +14 and all of those, was so bad with it being reactable. Because when you were in the first stance, you had to commit to an option. And none of them were very good, because none of them could mix up the opponent. None of them could really just do anything except make you +6 or 8 or however much it was if she did the 4, which was really slow and risky in and of itself. And with the second stance being reactable, she didn't have a fallback for that. It basically locked her into the stance and forced her to do absolutely nothing. The other thing she could obviously do was press back to go backwards, but with her not really having any options out of it, it at best reset neutral and at worst put her at a disadvantageous situation. But now she has access to this evasion move, so that maybe she does a stance like on block, or she does the stance into a fake out, which is something I like doing with Lidia, even though it was very niche in its application, because you could do it like Elisa's boot, where, you know, Elisa's boot and you press back and she goes back, and then you can cause a whiff, and then you can whiff punish with 3 and get a full combo off of it. You could do a similar thing with Lidia, where you could threaten the stance in neutral and then go back, and then that would cause people to want to react to it. And then if they did that, then all of a sudden you could start doing stuff with these stances. It just required too much setup and there wasn't enough options. What I'm trying to say in all of this, with this being an actual stance that does stuff now, means that that kind of thing has so much more utility and opens up so many options for her stances. Very cool change. Okay. Right, and then she has the 1+2 now, which looks like it's still wall splats. Yeah, well, it might not, because that's doing the thing where they fall on their ass, and I think there are instances where that doesn't wall splat, right? And then I'm sorry I'm not slowing down, but I was listening to see if that was counted here or not. I don't think it is. So it might actually be that 1+2 now, instead of wall splatting, knocks them down, and you get the 2 guarantees, assuming what's happening. And if that's true, the 2 does wall splat, which is really big. And that 2 is the one that she got out of her second stance. So, like, because, you know, after, like, the hop kick, you would do, and then the 2. So she does have access to those stances, unless they've changed where she has that. But she, assuming they haven't, she still has access to those stances outside of heat. Let's go back here. Ooh, okay. So Hell Sweep no longer knocks down. So what are we doing here? So she has oh, this is just back 4. Okay. So she just does back 4 here. Feng parries. She can do the low, so that's why Feng doesn't do a follow-up. So then she does what was formerly house sweep, which now puts her in this stance. Yeah, so we saw this stance on block after forward, forward 2. So this is an actual stance that does something, and then she has an armor move out of it. Oh, that's back 2. So her back 2 has been repurposed to an homing armor move in stance. So yeah, it's interesting too with the house sweep, because we see that he's doing the animation where she would do the follow-up here, but instead she goes into stance and doesn't do the follow-up. So maybe you get a choice here of going into the stance or doing the follow-up for extra damage, but it would still be as disadvantageous as before, which is another thing, like with the stance where she backs up, that is rounding off these stances so that they make sense and they feel like they're actually fully complete, instead of, they're mostly done. You can kind of make them work, but it still feels like there's something missing. And it adds a lot of depth as well, I think. Stuff allowing her to choose to go into a stance here and then pick options out of a stance. It adds more decision making that you can do with Lidia, which is really cool. Yeah, okay, so then back 2 now goes into the back 1+2 stance. And this used to be her rage drive. And not a lot of people did it because people always just did the forward 2+3. But this actually used to be her rage drive in her back 3+4, 3+4 stance. Again, I don't remember the names, but it's the second stance. She has that low by itself. And then if you did rage drive, you did that follow-up, and then you got guaranteed down 2 off of it. The one that you can only use while they're on the ground. And it looks like it still knocks down normally, which is another thing where it's like, this makes sense, because when they nerfed this before, it was in the last patch for the game, it didn't really make a lot of sense because you had to go into 2 stances to be able to do it, and they made it like -13 instead of -12, and the reward that you got off of it was not worth the risk of you getting launched for going into 2 stances. So now this is basically just a house sweep that she gets in there, which makes it scary, and it's a low mid, which is very strong. Very, very strong. Lydia's voice actress is so great, by the way. I just had to throw that in there. Lydia's voice actress is amazing. So she still has 1-2-4, which is the high. He ducks under it. And then she still has the back 3+4 low parry. And that does a ton of damage. She didn't do forward 1+2. She did forward 3 there as the ender, which is interesting. But it flips them back now. So that might have a little bit, it might be a little bit better at the wall. Yeah, and then she still has the same parry. She still has the same blue spot, which is very cool. Not as much slowdown as before, but I fucking love her parry. Her parry is one of the most satisfying things in this game, especially when you get the blue spot. And it looks like it wall splats. So that's cool. So same while rising punish 4-2, but she has so many more moves that put her in the stance. 4-2 didn't put her in the stance before. The back 2 that she had before didn't put her in the stance. Now all of these things put her in stance. And that's the 3. So that was her back 3+4 stance. So the 3 that used to be a counter hit launcher, 13 frames, it was the fastest move out of the stance. Now it's a heat engager, which is really good. I'm not going to say it's very, very strong because it's a high. It forces the opponent to attack into it. But considering that you have the hell sweep and stuff, it's good. I think really the thing is because you have that 1+2 that gives the 2 follow-up that makes it strong. But I don't think it's something that you're going to be able to just throw out and expect to hit. But considering it's a heat engager, it's also going to do chip damage. I think this is something you're going to see more as a heat dash move. I think you're going to see Lidia do this more in the stance and then throw this out to do a heat dash to continue pressure, rather than use it as a heat engager. But it still serves that utility. And then she still has down forward 1+2. So interestingly, she still has the blue spot on it as well. This used to only be a punch parry. This is down for 1+2, and it's doing it on kicks now, and it puts her in stance. Wow, and they made it so that the one is so much faster now. And if that's still plus on block, that's really good. That's really, really strong. It's a cool interaction. God, I love Lidia so much, man. Oh my God. This is the thumbnail, by the way. This is 100% the thumbnail. Oh my god. That's a new move. I don't know what this is. It puts her in stance. Oh, weird. So that's the extension to core circle forward 2-2 1+2. I think it's either that or back 3-4 1+2. No, it's back 3-4 1+2, right? Yeah, because the R one, like she does like a shoulder. This is the last hit of back 3-4 1+2. So they might have just gotten rid of that move. Didn't we see that earlier in the trailer? I'm getting so lost in this trailer. This is incredible. Oh, she has a third hit off of this now. Well, I say she has a third hit. This used to be the back 4, I think. I very rarely use this move, so I don't remember. She had the down 3-2, but I think you could do like, maybe I'm thinking down 4-4 or something. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. But either way, this follow-up she didn't have before. And that move, wow. So they've just took a ton of these animations and put them into moves. What was this move again? Oh god, now it's pissing me off because I don't remember what the notation for this move was. Lidia main, by the way. Fine, -1. I forgot the notation of one of Lydia's moves. Like, for some reason I want to say it was like 3-1, 3-1, 3 slide 1 to cancel it, and then 1, or is it 3 slide 2-1? Like the one where she goes up with the knee and then does this and then hits you and then it's a just frame. Maybe it's down forward 3-2-1. Just the last hit of that. I'm dwelling on this too much. Let's just move on. They've changed. They've repurposed that move to make it a different move. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. So Lydia's in heat now. And forward 2 is now just the god move. So Reina throws out an armor move here. And she's +1, right? Oh, this breaks through armor. Oh my god. That's what's going... Because I'm like, Reina's plus there. And she's doing an armor move. So how is this beating an armor move? This breaks through armor while she's in heat. That's cool. And then new stance. Mid-attack throw. And then mid-attack throw into stance. Okay, there's so much going on here. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I'm getting so lost. This is amazing. Oh, I'm in love. Oh my god. Okay. So this shifts to attack throw. And this almost looks like an animation cancel, right? Okay, it looks like an animation cancel because the camera cuts very quickly, but then she goes into stance. So I'm guessing then what's happening here is that she can transition into the stance out of more moves when she's in heat. That's my guess. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, so I don't know. It's impossible to tell what this is supposed to be. Yeah, there's no way to know what the utility of this is because this is a new stance until we play the character, so. And then running 1+2 now it's like Elisa, right? It's enhanced while she's in heat. Sorry, I said running 1+2. This is running 1. So, maybe it's more like Asuka because it uses heat, but it puts her in stance. I can't tell if this is armored or not. It might be armored. I think this is armored. I'm pretty sure that this is armored. Yeah, it is. It's hard to tell because it's using heat, but it's giving off the white spots. I think that this is an armor move while in heat, which is very strong. It also depends on how much heat that she has to use, though. It looks like she has a lot that she can do out of heat, so. And then her 1+2 now doesn't blue spot. Is this just unblockable? Wait. This might be unblocked. Wait, let me listen. Is this using heat? Well, the stance uses heat. So I think that the heat thing that's going on is that the stance is just enhanced, right? And then her heat's gone after that. I think this might be unblockable. Because, well, it was before technically because it gave you that 14 frames, but I think this is just straight up unblockable now. And this gives like the wall spot like it did when she came out. Look, this is so fucking cool. Look, when she's in heat, she does the stance manually. Whoa, wait, she does like a stomp first. She's doing that stomp here. And that's what puts her in the stance. And then she can transition out of that stance into this stance while in heat, which I don't imagine she can do before. So you could probably do like in heat, forward 2, on block, transition into this stance, and then if the opponent tries to hit a button, then you transition into this stance, and then if you do that, then you parry the opponent. Oh my god. And then does she recover heat here? I don't know. It's hard to tell. And then she has an on move that's a full launcher. Oh my god. Let's see where the 2 came out here. Yeah, that's the 2 stances. Oh, this stance is the first part of Catfoot stance. They changed the animation. That makes so much sense. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So when she does this is the second part of the stance. It's no longer like it's this into this. Okay. I see now. That makes sense. Okay, and now down forward 2 still exists, and it's tailspin. And then she still has back 3, 4, 1 plus core circle 4, 1 plus 2. She still has all of these blue spots. And she's not expelling heat to use them, thank God. What was this? Was this new? Oh my god, I've been here for half an hour, man. I can't stop. Yeah, that's a new move, that heat dashes. And then, okay, so that's back 2, 3. So she still has back 2. Maybe that armor move was back 1. It has the same animation. No, it was back 2. Was it back? Was it like a 1? Was it a 1 that looked like back 2? It might have been. I can't tell the difference between left and right. I'm just so excited. Oh my god. And then back 1 plus 2 now for combo filler. And then up forward 3, 4. That move used to be useless. And they changed it because before she had up forward 3, 4, 4, which was reactable high. And then she had the mid, which was like minus 12. The whole, that whole sequence used to not be useful at all. But now you use it in combos as a tailspin. And they've also made that high extension faster, so it might actually be usable in neutral now. Chat, that's a new move off of down forward 4. Or is this, oh, this is forward 4. This is forward 4. That has an attack animation. And then this is a new move. Oh, we're at the end. No idea what that came out of. I'm watching the rage out again. That's amazing. When's she coming out? When's she being released?
Mam chwilę przed kolejnym spotkaniem. Ciekawe, czy tamta restauracja jest jeszcze otwarta.
You can't just not tell me when she's going to be released, man. You can't just do that and then not tell me when she's going to be released. I'm gonna cry. Summer. Fucking summer, man. I can't wait that long. She looks fun. I haven't been excited for anything related to Tekken in like 6 months. Okay, this is the first time. She looks amazing. I have no words. I said I have no words, and I've been here for 32 minutes. I'm looking at the recording. I watched this trailer for 32 minutes. There's just so much. There's so much. I'm gonna switch to this scene. I don't even. Wow. Hats off. I can't wait to play her. This is one of those trailers. I'm excited because I'm a Lidia main. Lidia is a character not a lot of people know that I played, but when Lidia came out in Tekken 7, she is the only character I played for 4 months. I didn't play Yoshi, I didn't play Elisa, I didn't play anyone. I only played Lidia. I love Lidia. The only reason I stopped playing her in Tekken 7 is because they changed her entire playstyle. Like think of like how they changed bears in Tekken 8, where how they gave them the command throw that now deletes your gray life. They did that to Lidia, but the other way around, where they nerfed her so much that they changed her playstyle to a point where she just played like a generic Tekken character, and it was really sad. And she looks so new and revitalized and unique and fun. It looks like there's so much you can do with her. She has such a high skill ceiling, and I know that because they've kept her gimmicks from before with her defensive style, with her parries, and they've expanded on that. They've kept the stances and the stance transitions and that stance knowledge that you have to have, and expanded on that by not only enhancing her stances and giving her more ways to transition in the stances, but then also giving her more utility off of the stance cancel when you press back. I could go on and on and on and on, and you know that I can. They did so well with her. That was incredible. And I think this is one of those trailers that's going to make people look at Lidia again and think, wow, I'm going to give her a try. She looks really fun. Really, really cool. I think she's going to be really strong too. They gave her a lot of really good tools. From what I've seen here, a lot of really, really strong stuff. I think she's going to be really good, but she's going to be fun. That's for sure. The thing with Lidia before, the reason why she stopped being fun is because they took away so much of her uniqueness in the last patch of Tekken 7, and they've added that back. And from playing her in Tekken 7 before, I mean, I know she's going to be fun. that's what's important. But I can't wait. I cannot wait for her.